The new Metropolitan Independent Freeform Radio Service, SonicStreamRadio.net.
In the VIP lounge at the Kitten Club, I have my very, very special guest, all the way from the US of A, the lovely Stephanie Cooke. Hi, Steph, how are you?
Hi, sweetie. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Thank you so much, Steph, for coming back again. I really, really appreciate this, and especially with things that's going on. You're a really busy, active, also you're a fighter as well. So let's get back into the bones of who Stephanie, the singer, the songwriter, how she came into the music industry in the first place. Where did it all start, Steph?
Well, I've told this story a few times, and it's still kind of weird to me how it happened. But, I just kind of stumbled into it, just kind of looking around for a recording studio for something else that I was working on. And just in a conversation with someone, mentioned that I could sing, got hired to demo a song, and the next thing you know, the song I demoed was on King Street. And long story short, here I am 21 years later. The name of the song was Excuses, and it was written by Derek Givens and produced by Big Moses, who I later did quite a few of my first songs. We had a really great writing chemistry a long time ago.
So, Steph, you was raised from Newark, in New Jersey?
Newark, yes. Newark, New Jersey. Inner city. It can be kind of rough at times, but I had a spiritual upbringing. My mom raised me in church. Didn't really know too much about clubs and house music or anything like that. Even after I did my first dance record, house record, I still didn't know what house music was. So I kind of got sucked into this world, this wonderful world of house. It's been a beautiful thing.
After presenting the song with Big Moses, people started to discover your talent as a vocalist as well as a songwriter. Am I correct in saying that?
Absolutely. Well, when I did Excuses, I had never written a song before, and I did not write Excuses, but I was approached by someone and they asked me, could I write? And back in the 90s, the whole thing was, things were kind of transitioning, and people only wanted to sign artists who could also write. That was the whole thing. I was approached by this guy who wanted to manage me as a singer, but he was like, can you write? And I didn't want to say no, so I was like, absolutely. They gave me a track, and I went in and I wrote this song, discovered that I could write as well, led me into doing some writing on some major projects, as well as, writing some things for myself as an artist. That was kind of the beginning of my journey as a writer, signing up with ASCAP, just learning so much about the industry as a songwriter, as well as a background singer, arranging, and the things that I love so much about being creative,
Well, you did a lot of work when you mentioned background vocals with a lot of people. Can you share some of the people who you've worked with?
On the R&B side of things, most of the songs that I would write for artists, I would also do background vocals on. So I've written and done background vocals for Tyrese Gibson, the singer. On his first album, I wrote a song called Do You Need, and I also, along with him, did the backgrounds for that. I also did background vocals for Diana Ross. For Aretha Franklin on the Rose is Still a Rose album, I wrote a song with Jermaine Dupri and did the background vocals for that as well. Wrote a song for Dawn Tallman, my homegirl, called You Are Why, and I did the background vocals on that with her as well. So we love doing background vocals and arranging. To me, background vocals give that support to the song that it needs and kind of brings the song to life and, holds that lead vocal up. Quite a few artists I've done background vocals on.
As your own personal recording career started to grow as well as your reputation growing within the industry, when did Stephanie Cooke really start to hit the big time as a solo artist?
Well, it's an interesting thing because in the house music scene, for me, even though I was recording house records, I didn't frequent the clubs very much. So I didn't really know that I had any type of fan base. I really had no idea. I was asked by King Street, by Hisa, to go to Japan and do a show. And I said, Japan? Okay, I've never been to Japan, so I was excited about that. But when I got there, they introduced me, and I walked out on stage, and people started screaming. I was like, oh my God, what's going on right now? I really honestly don't know when it happened. At that point, I had done maybe 6 or 7 records on King Street, having no idea that there was a fan base and there was a following of people that really liked what I did as an artist. So it's kind of exciting. I can't really pinpoint a date.
No, I understand.
it's just kind of exciting to go to places like Italy and have people waiting with vinyl Stephanie Cooke records saying, hey, can you sign my record, please? So it's kind of cool,
So when did your relationship start with the production crew of Blaze? When did that really come into the fore?
Well, I can tell you exactly when that happened. It was after I wrote this song called I Thank You, which was somewhere in the late 90s. Kevin Hedge heard the song. I originally did it with some friends. We all just kind of got together and got the production done and decided to, put it out on white label and just see how it did. Somebody played it at the Shelter in New York, and Kevin Hedge was there that night. And the way he tells the story to me was, he said when he heard it, he was like, well, who is this? And what is this song? I love it. Long story short, he wanted to do a mix on it, he and Josh Milan, and they did. So that was my first real experience with them. I actually went back in the studio. I didn't give them like the a cappella vocals. I actually went in and re-recorded the entire song, all the vocals, just watched them create this beautiful track around, what I was doing. It was quite an experience. I have to say to this day that working with them was probably one of the greatest experiences of my career. I love working with talented people, and I've worked with a lot of them, but Josh Milan and Kevin Hedge as Blaze together, that was just a joy. It really was.
I understand that. How many projects did you do with them in the end? Because you've done quite a few projects with them.
We did, I want to say maybe about 4 songs together. Of course, Love Will. I'm not sure if you know that song.
I know you like that song.
It's very special to me. I wrote it during a time, I was really going through a lot at that time. So the song is really, really special to me. Even today, sometimes when I hear it, it kind of touches me a little bit. And of course, Josh just really killed the keys on that and that guitar piece that's in there. We also did a song called Lover's Holiday, What Makes the World Go Round, the other song that we did. Which was on a project, that it was just a really, really special time in my career with them. I feel like that was some of the best work that I've done.
In recent times, who else have you done, say, like recent productions with that you've really enjoyed?
Recently, well, I would have to say Johnny Montana. I really love Johnny. He's got something that really connects with me. We kind of connect musically, and I love when that happens, when you work with a producer, and I don't know, the marriage between his tracks and my vocals, to me, always make perfect sense. If that makes any sense to you.
Definitely.
So he and I did a few things before Montana and Stewart kind of came together and started doing tracks for me. I have to say I like a lot of that stuff. Again, most of the stuff that I wrote during that time that I was working with Johnny Montana, I was really going through a lot of personal things. So my heart comes through a lot of those songs. So they are kind of special to me as well. So I really like this whole marriage between us, and hopefully we'll get to work on some more stuff.
I know this past year you've had quite a number of releases come out. I think you've been surprised yourself. You've had quite a few singles out this year.
Quite a few.
Which is good, and it keeps you in the old public eye. You've been working on a project which is a little bit special to you, the Pink Rose project. Can you share to the listeners about this project that you're quite heavily involved with, the Pink Rose project?
The Pink Rose project is not like anything I've ever done in my entire career. It's really a project that was put together to fund cancer research. And we started out with a song called Pink Roses.
You wrote a song called Pink Roses. If you could give a bit of background about the song.
Well, the song, basically, the producer on the project wanted me to come up with something that represented healing, basically the definition of a pink rose. And a friend of his had written a poem. So he said, just read this poem so you can understand what I mean. So I read the poem, and I just kind of put the poem down, closed my eyes, and said, okay, I got it. And I came up with this song called Pink Roses. The song just basically speaks to the world about healing, not just of cancer, but of many things. But the whole focus of the song is around the idea of breast cancer and the effect that it has not only on the patient, but the families and the people that love the people who have this disease. You know what I'm saying? It's a really, really great song. I like it. I like it a lot. Really proud to be a part of something like this. And this particular song, the project itself is being backed by a lot of major corporations, Coca-Cola and Susan G. Komen, who is probably the biggest name having anything to do with breast cancer and awareness in the United States. So it's a very special project. So we're looking forward to, reaching a lot of people and helping people understand how important it is to make sure that you're getting your mammograms and, that you're staying healthy.
Okay, that's fair comment. It sounds like it's quite an active project where you've involved a lot of people. Can we see you releasing more music to help support the project?
Absolutely. Actually, we just did a house record for the project, and I'm really excited about this song because it kind of speaks to my own story, like tells my own story from, my own perspective. Free is a song that just kind of talks about where I am right now, in my own journey, being free and not being bound by anything holding me and moving on to the next chapter of life, and pretty exciting. So I would love to share that with you as well.
Who produced the song?
Well, the song was produced by a wonderful producer by the name of Wayne Grimsley, who's also my cousin, very talented young man. I'm honored to be able to work with him. He's another producer who I just have a great chemistry, a writing chemistry with him. So every we write together, it just kind of feels like it's gold, like it just makes sense. There's going to be, I'm sure, quite a few house mixes on that one.
I know you've worked with some amazing producers. I mean, you've already mentioned your relationship with Blaze. How about with Louis Vega and DJ Spinner, just to name a few? You've had great relationships with them as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I see my relationship with Louis and Spinner more as friends than really people that I've really worked with a lot, because Spinner I haven't done a whole lot of stuff with, and Louis as well. Louis feels like family to me as well, but we haven't done a whole lot of stuff together. I have written songs for Anane, for his wife. I would love to get back in the studio with Louis, though, especially now with the Pink Rose project. We have some things that are coming up. It would be great to have him at least mix some things, do a remix on. That would be awesome. I love his style. So many, like Dennis Farrer, so many guys from New Jersey, Deuce Martinez, Kerry Chandler, the list goes on. So many people from my area that I'm just good friends with. We just don't do a whole lot of work together, but you know how the house music scene is. Love each other and show that. So,
Steph, for 2015, what can we see Stephanie Cooke, the recording artist?
Well, I have a few things lined up that I'm working on as far as new singles and new material and just another approach. As far as I'm concerned, I just believe that, you get to a point in your life where you just want things to be done with excellence. Over the past year, believe it or not, I know you mentioned that you saw a lot of releases. I haven't been in the studio recording in a year, and still there were a slew of songs. Like, I've been in the studio, how many songs that are just kind of, I go in, write, throw it out. There's another song. Well, my approach right now is just to take some time to really shape some really beautiful music and just want my songs to represent me. I'm just taking more time to be a part of the production process and not just get a track from somewhere and do a song. I'm spending time with musicians and coming up with song concepts that I feel will touch the hearts of people, especially after what I've been through, because, I want people to be blessed by my experiences and be happy because they hear my music, positively affected by my life and by my music. I think you can kind of look forward to seeing kind of a different, fine-tuned approach, industry and writing and production. At least that's my plan.
Does that mean then that we could see a Stephanie Cooke album and it'll be called the Pink Rose Project?
Well, the Pink Rose Project it's going to be sort of a compilation with lots of different artists and lots of different types of music, styles of music. It's actually going to be a series of projects. The first one will be pretty much an R&B type approach. There's going to be an easy listening project and then also a gospel version of the Pink Rose Project.
So does that also mean then that we could see a brand new Stephanie Cooke album coming out as well?
I would like that, but it's just interesting how the industry is right now. With the internet, with, all this file sharing, there's a lot of stuff that kind of doesn't make sense to even really do anymore. I would love to do a Stephanie Cooke album sometime in the near future. It's just a matter of buckling down and getting it done.
No, I
Finding
understand.
the time to do that is the question, and who do I work with to get it done? There's a lot of people who don't see it, see music the way I do. So, connecting with producers who are on the same page with me, take that walk with me and get it done. I would love to do a project with Glenn Underground. I love him. I love his style, and I think we would work really well together. We are working on some things, but as far as an album, we'll see.
Can we also see a project with Kevin and Josh as well? Is there any plans?
That's a good question. It would be awesome to work with Josh again. That's a very good question. To work with him, we shall see. You know, you grow and time goes on and you go in different directions, and, you know, Kevin's got a lot going on in his world, and I myself, in another part of the country, have a lot going on here. It would be awesome to get back and do some more things with them. Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay then, Steph, what it does mean now, you are now going to be the radio presenter. Are you ready?
I don't know. I'm ready.
So,
Okay.
we're going to be presenting the Stephanie Cooke Show here in the Kitten Club. And Stephanie is going to present 3 very personal and amazing tracks that she really enjoys and loves. Are you ready, Steph, to present the music?
I don't know. Am I a presenter? Am I?
Oh, yes, you are. You are a presenter right now.
Hey there, everybody. This is Stephanie Cooke, and I'm presenting to you one of my favorite tracks. This is I Live For You. It's produced by David Anthony. Hope you enjoy it.